Hey, what's up, guys? So it's 2022, right? And if you're not making money online right now, honestly, you're behind. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to be explaining how I was able to make over $50,000 my first 3 months online. And trust me, I'm not going to sell you guys anything in this video. I'm just going to give you guys some good information. And hopefully, my goal from this is that you guys grab this information and run with it, make some money online. And I was able to do this with no landing pages. I didn't use any of those like ClickFunnels or Shopify, or I didn't create a domain. I didn't have a lot of followers. I had a low amount of followers. And my goal for this video is that you guys hear it and get some inspiration from it and be like, oh, okay, I can do something similar to that. And you kind of create your own type of style, or create your kind of use what I'm talking about, and then you go and start making money online. And honestly, it's super simple. And like I said, you don't need any of those platforms like ClickFunnels, because ClickFunnels can be expensive, $100 a month. You don't need it in the beginning, but of course, after you start making some money, then you can go ahead and start investing in like ClickFunnels. I use ClickFunnels, I use email autoresponders and all that now, but let me go ahead and just go straight to the video. Now, I want to start off with just telling my experience of how I was able to generate my first $10,000, okay? So when I closed a real estate deal, I think I made like $15,000 from that deal. I went ahead and I invested a few of those $1,000 back into my education. I went in and I invested into this program that cost like $2,000, right? And when I joined the program, there wasn't really any reviews of it before I joined, so I was kind of hesitant of joining the program. I was like, man, this is $2,000, like that's a lot of money for me, and it still is, and I'm like, I need to make sure that that there's some reviews, and there was no reviews. The only reviews was from what the person that created the program, their reviews that he had on his website, and you can't really trust those. So I still joined the program. It was like I said, $2,000. I joined it, and when I went into the program, I started making a lot of money, and I started thinking, why, I should just go ahead and make a review so other people that want to go ahead and join this program, they have the opportunity to go ahead and join it without being scared of like, oh, is this a scam or something like that. So that's when I went out of my way and I went on YouTube and I created my own program. I mean, not my own video. Sorry about that. And so when I created this video, it actually started to get a little bit of traction. A lot of people started watching it, sending me DMs and, writing on the comments. And I got a lot of views from that video. So the creator of the program reached out to me because he noticed that I created a video, and he told me like, hey Dan, like I noticed that you have a video out of my program and thank you for the good review. Can I give you an affiliate link so that you can make some money and maybe I can make some money off your video? And me being open-minded, I was thinking like, what, that's cool, like I'm definitely open to making some money on the side. But what I didn't know was that I was going to be making a lot of money from that affiliate link. And so that was probably the first way. So my first piece of advice is finding like an info product. If you guys can go ahead and find some type of info product that interests you, then go ahead and write a review for it. You don't have to show your face on YouTube. I decided to show my face because I don't really mind, but make a review on YouTube, put some content out on TikTok and maybe try to get some affiliate, commission from that. But the story doesn't end there. When I started getting some traction, a lot of people started asking questions, and there was a specific part of the program that, not even the person that created the program really cared about, but that was the part of the program that I was actually excelling at. I was doing very, very well, and I was closing a lot of deals. Now, people would reach out to me and ask me about that specific part of the program. And in that program, inside the program, it was kind of outdated. I was using new type of techniques that I've learned from real estate, that I learned from other businesses, how to go ahead and, call multiple people at one time. So I decided what to do was I was going to create a new program off of that. I was like, let me create this new program, and I'll make a little course, and if anyone that's interested in it, they can go ahead and purchase it, because I was making a lot of money from it, and I was like, I think other people would benefit from this as well. And so guess what happened? A lot of people were actually interested in that in my program, and so they started buying it, and this is when I was making like more like 15 to 20,000 straight off my PayPal, straight off my Cash App. People were just sending me money from there. And, it was all good. And what, the moral of that story is that if you see a product and you know that you can create something a little better, and you know that it's something that you can do, then, make your own course off of it. Like if you join a specific type of info product, and you think it's good, but you're like, yo, they're missing this to make it, just better, then create your own type of product, and sell it, and you can make some money off of that as well. And I'm gonna give you guys more of a tip of how I was selling it without using any Shopify stores. I wasn't using Shopify, I wasn't using ClickFunnels, any of that. So what I did when I launched my course, I didn't, most people would, like, oh, I'm gonna get the ClickFunnels and all that, but it was too expensive for me, and I didn't really want to spend that much money on ClickFunnels and stuff like that. I wasn't ready. So what I decided to do was I just made a YouTube private playlist, right? And I made I think it was 15 to 20 videos explaining the process of how they can go ahead and get started. And I would just ask people to hey, send me money through PayPal or Cash App or something like that, and I'll go ahead and I'll send you my YouTube playlist. And so like I said, I just created 15 videos, made them unlisted, and made it to an unlisted private YouTube playlist. And whenever someone would send me about $200 online, I'll go ahead and send them the playlist. Now this is the easiest way to get started, and I started, that's how I was doing it, and it was cool. But the only real problem about that was that it just took too much time to just it's kind of lazy, but just sending them, getting a transaction and sending them the link, and I was thinking how come I can't just automate this? So this is when I went ahead and I invested in ClickFunnels and Kajabi. And if you guys want more information about those products, they'll be down below. So I started doing ClickFunnels and Kajabi, and it made it more easier, and using Stripe as well. It just made it more easier for the transactions to come in. And this is when you get more advanced. But what I would like for you guys to do is, before you guys decide to jump into ClickFunnels, jump into Kajabi, try to do all these things, what you really need to focus on is your product, is there some type of demand for your product? Because if there's no demand for your product, then there's really no point. That's the first key of how to go ahead and sell online. Make sure that there's some type of demand for the product, and you can do that with low amount of money. Just go ahead and create some the best type of ways right now, and obviously everyone knows this, is YouTube and TikTok, because these are really the only platforms that push your type of content. Another one that's really good right now is Twitter. Twitter's kind of turning into, if you guys don't know, there's a new term of Twitter called money Twitter, where people are just sharing advice and then selling programs. So I recommend jumping on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. Those are probably the best things that you guys can go ahead and do just to start trying to sell some of your products. So this way is probably the best way to go ahead and get started. It's lean. You're not going in and spending a lot of money. You want to make sure that you keep it as low as possible. But how would you be able to do this? Now, I don't recommend doing what I did, just copy and pasting it, because you're not gonna get the best type of results. The first thing that you're gonna want to go ahead and do is go on. There's specific YouTube search apps like Video IQ or VidIQ, and I'll put it below, where you can go ahead and start searching, and it'll show you the potential of high competition and high search volume, and it'll have a little meter showing you if it's a good topic. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that below. They have a free trial you guys can go ahead and use. So use that when you're doing your market research of what topic you guys want to go ahead and do. And then after that as well, you want to make sure that the product that you pick is something that interests you. So if you don't really know what to do, that's a big problem. People are like, oh, I don't know what niche to do. The first thing that I recommend is picking a niche that you actually enjoy doing, or you might do in the future. So if you're thinking about joining a specific type of program, or you already joined a program, why not just go in and do an affiliate? the best type of products are going to be info products or software type of products. So you want to go ahead and start seeing what you're using and what you plan on using and try to market those. If there's an info product that you've joined before but you didn't find it like that you thought that you can make it a little better, you can go ahead and try to sell that as well. Like, grab that info product and, you know, twist it to make it, you know, a little bit better, add a little bit more value, and then sell it. But make sure that you have a unique selling proposition, something that makes it different. Because if you're just trying to copy and paste it, people are just going to want to go to the original, right? So make sure that you add your little unique selling proposition. So that's probably the best thing that you guys can do. And you guys don't really need a lot of followers to do this. All you really need to do is start posting on maybe TikTok is probably the easiest place to start. And then there's YouTube. Of course, YouTube requires a little bit more effort because you have to do this video and stuff like that. And the last one is Twitter. Make sure you jump on Money Twitter. And I'll go ahead and link my Twitter down below. You guys can go ahead and check me out. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram. I'll always respond back to you guys. I try to answer as much questions as possible. So go ahead and reach out to me on all my social medias will be linked below. And I'll put a link of all the things that I use to help me grow my online presence. And this is probably the best way to make money online with zero ad spend. Never done ad spend on any of my online businesses, and I'm still generating money from it, which is pretty cool. So hopefully you guys find this useful. If you guys have any questions, and if you guys want a longer video about this, go ahead and DM me on Instagram and just write online. I have a longer video explaining in detail of how to do this business. So if you guys want that, go ahead and just DM me online, okay? All right, guys, so I'll check you guys out later. If you have any questions, go to my Instagram. Peace.